Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Tecsun S-8800, and I'm performing evening medium wave band scans. We'll go over features of the radio, we'll do a size comparison, then we'll start cruising the evening band. So let's check it out, the Tecsun S-8800. It's an FM stereo radio, long wave, medium wave, shortwave with single sideband. Gotta love it. In a field format. Let's see what we have for controls. Left-hand side is empty. Front, we have a nice deep sounding speaker like that. Our power button, our band select knob. Now these knobs are all metal, which is really cool. We have the AM bandwidth. We can change this in single sideband, of course, and in medium wave. Volume, bass treble controls, our main tuning wheel. This thing's awesome. This lifts up and there's a reset button in there if your radio ever locks up. Mine has locked up in the past when the battery has gone down too far. Something to think of if you own this radio. Over here we have the fine tuning. So on medium wave this will go 1 kilohertz stepping, and it also, if you push in, it takes you to shortwave bands, and you can cycle the different shortwave bands with that. Buttons, we have a memory button which turns the long wave on or off. Over here we have our auto tuning system that automatically takes and adds memories automatically, scans. Over here we have alarm, time, setting. We have a display function with a delete function for memory. Up here it says VF, VM, that means view frequency or view memory. This is nice if you want to cruise through your presets. And orange writing underneath there says FM setting. There's different FM bands. Over here we have AM normal button. It also has FM stereo to toggle FM stereo on or off. Over here, upper sideband, lower sideband button, and toggles 9K, 10 kilohertz tuning. Pretty neat, a lot to it. Here we have a remote sensor. If you have remote control, you can control this radio without touching it. That's pretty neat. Also, you don't need the remote to do everything the radio can do. Right hand side, we have some switches. We have a internal-external switch for the antennas. Here we have DX local switch. We have a line out RCA left and right channel. And then we have stereo via headphone jack. Nice. Top of the radio, we have a nice carry strap. Our antenna. And on the back of the radio, you'll see the external antenna connections. Show you that. We have our FM and shortwave. And down here we have a simple wire connection for like a high impedance long wire setup for the medium wave. And then there you can see there's a charge input, DC 5 volts, 1 amp, to charge the two 18650 protected cells behind that battery door. I'd open up and show you, but it is rather finicky getting that door open and closed. And a vented cabinet there. So let's go ahead and do a little quick size comparison to start cruising the evening band. This radio is fairly large. I think it's about similar dimensions as the Eaton Field Elite, or Elite Field. About the same, I would say. Let's go ahead and put a size comparator. There's a CC pocket. It's going to fit right in the speaker grill. So is the Skywave, I imagine. Yeah, it's going to fit right there. There you go. And then, of course, last but not least, Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves Texans from China Land. He's Iron Man. Okay, he's going to fly away. All right, so there's our current time, 10:25 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. Well into the evening. So let's go ahead and turn this on and start tuning the band. Now, during the day, I noticed this radio did image around 1440 and around 1390. It kind of bugged me a bit, and I was kind of like, oh, don't buy this radio. Still a great radio on single sideband and shortwave, and medium wave. It does fairly well. It's not a killer on medium wave. It's halfway decent, but you'll get to hear it tonight, find out what we can find. But during the day, I had to use the loop a lot, and hopefully I'll have that video up too for you guys to watch, that band scan, and you can get the same opinion I got. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Signal strength indicator, battery level, the current time, and you can change that to alarm time. Let's see, I hit the wrong preset. Let's go back to memory, like this one. So alarm, just toggles alarm time and local time. And here's our frequency. And so if we turn this radio, we should be able to pick up the station. There you go. For people who are new to radio and are watching this video, I'm surprised because this is a pretty high-end radio. there's an internal antenna for medium wave, and you point it towards this horizontal edge towards the station you're trying to tune. That's how you do it. You don't raise that back antenna. Bandwidth. Here's our options. Fine tuning. Okay, we're picking up some interference from 560, but this is probably St. Louis, KTRS, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
In Georgia, being pulled from under the table where they had been hidden after the Republican poll watchers are escorted out of the building. If you have a problem with that, if you think the trucking of 200,000 ballots across state lines from New Jersey to Pennsylvania is an issue.
Running FFA All-Stars. Producers, are you frustrated with the current uncertainty of the CMU livestock futures contract? Do the margin calls that come with this volatility bother you? Producers livestock install lock-in futures prices with no margin calls. Why put options?
This sounds like WNAX, 570 Yankton, South Dakota, 460 miles, 5,000 watts. Let's go back to 530. Didn't check that. So it's CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. Let's bring in a loop, see if it takes out that noise floor. I know this radio has a higher noise floor during the day. I'm getting the same thing in the evening. Let's see if we can't clarify it or eliminate it, because the passive loop during the day, I was able to neutralize some of that white noise floor. So here's our trick advantage. Let's turn this up. Helps a little bit there. Actually, it helped quite a bit. All right, let's keep going up.
Over number 50, Virginia, in Charlottesville, 6861. 11th ranked Florida State takes care of Miami. Number 20, Arkansas.
590 KXSP. Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts.
Both legs. The damage caused in Tuesday's one-car crash in Southern California. LA
Successfully sell their homes quickly, going for more money. Cardinals, the only agent I would call.
600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts.
Cedar Rapids. Success breeds quick. One clue is a promise that if your home is sold on your deadline and at your price, they will buy it. There are not a lot of shortcuts to success. Call and find out how you can be successful when you sell your home. Call 491-0000. 491-0000.
So it helps a little, depending on the station.
Make sure no one goes to bed hungry. Through February, they'll donate $1.
Here's 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Fairly close to me, 52 miles away, 10,000 watts. Though I do have to aim the radio.
Southeastern Wisconsin. And with the current pandemic, the need has never been greater than it is now.
There you go, got some country music, CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Okay, this might be, okay, 640 is usually Hispanic, but this sounds like WOI, Ames, Iowa, 265 miles away, 1,000 watts. If I turn this, I should get a Hispanic station. So there you go. The Hispanic music there is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts. That's the beauty of medium wave. Just turn your radio and off. You're off to a different station. Sounds pretty good for AM. WSM 650, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. Nice.
What else? I also think, Jimmy, the Dolphins will think long and hard about trading that third pick.
Here's WFAN 660, New York, New York, 750 miles from my location. Nice thing about fine-tuning, you can hear 670, the score in Chicago is a really strong station, and I can hear it bumping into this station. You can tune back a little bit, and that might go away. Let's see.
A lot of mock drafts, it's like dropping a little bit. I mean, a lot of mock drafts is up there, but some people on that 15.
I think that's a bit much. I could see him falling to 8 or 10. And why? Because of his size. If indeed, Jimmy, he ends up dropping in the draft, it'll be size-related. There's no question in my mind.
I'm going to end it with this. I wish Boyd...
There you go. So nice options. I love that. Okay. This thing's performing, of course, much better in the evening. Most radios do. This is more of a sweet spot here, definitely. All right, let's keep going.
I don't have a problem with it.
This segment is brought to you by Kenosha Subaru.
Thinking about a new Subaru? Do yourself a favor. Take the short drive north and visit Kenosha Subaru.
Yeah, that speaker does sound great too. 670 the score, WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs.
Free and safe atmosphere for your next auto shopping experience. For all you do.
And where it was denied at. Now, as we all know...
Taking forever to get through the band. CFTR, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Nice.
Charge of the chain of command. That's Pelosi, and that's McConnell.
Talk to you Friday. This has been Bearcat Basketball presented by U-Crate on News Radio 700 WLW. If you were looking for a new car...
There you go. It's Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles away.
Toyota Camry is number one. Now through March 1st. Get jumping out.
First would be, Dave, do you have a guiding principle on how to honor financial gifts given by family members who pass away?
So here's 710, WOR, New York, New York, 750 miles. Again, it's next to 720, so when I had it on 710, I noticed a little bit of bleed over. But if you tune it back a little bit, no problem.
And it didn't ever end up getting used for college for whatever reason. And instead, he hated debt, and you used it to pay off a credit card. Well, he'd be smiling, even though it wasn't the original intent, because it...
I'm feeling good, and my hopes are high. Oh, I'm so happy.
Okay, I'm not sure what they're playing there. 720 WGN Chicago. Sometimes they play music, but normally it's on the weekends. So there we are, WGN Chicago, Illinois. One of the strongest stations I'm going to have. Yeah, the strongest.
And when you hold me tight...
740 Zoomer Radio, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always good music playing here.
was made for you.
I don't know, but see, that's what happens when the nuances of being black in America are not understood.
Here's WSB 750 Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
Black community, and rightfully so. She sued her grandparents or...
How you raise your children. I cannot imagine being married to a person who did not agree with me on how to raise our kids, whether to send them to Jewish school, what sort of rituals.
760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
So, it's a tragic thing that people sometimes fall in love with people with whom they're not.
Aluminum was subject to tariffs by the United States on the grounds of national security. I don't think we'll see that kind of political maneuvering.
It's coming in good. All these New York stations. WABC 770. New York City, New York, 750 miles. Definitely had to tune it back because 780, another local Chicago station's right next to it. And I'm picking that up right on 770.
Increase in Canadians that support enhanced relations with the United States now that the new president has come into office. So Biden is really a president whose values resonate.
And the Bishop Ford Freeway in both directions. Nothing major to report.
780 WBBM, Chicago.
Moving pretty well on either side.
Yeah, it's been a couple years since I visited this radio, and this is having a good time with it, actually. Like I said, I was a little bummed during the day with that imaging, but this is too much fun in the evening, so I guess I can overlook that.
Tollway is I-90, and that moves well west and east, so does the rest.
And it was really only two spots on the dial. It was at 1390 and 1440 that I noticed it.
But on the first day of booking appointments for anyone, 75...
CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 800, 270 miles away.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
Graciously and patiently explaining the racist history of the antebellum South, a painful history...
WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles.
I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. The labor and pain for your tobacco day in and out of your life. And
21 points, 9 boards. He led the Timberwolves in rebounds tonight.
Here's 830 WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles. Let's bring that loop back in, see if we can't get that noise floor to go down a little bit.
Anthony Edwards. One thing that I don't want to see him do is be gun shy in a basketball game. Now, I want to see him take good shots, right? I don't want to see him settle a lot. I want to see him drive.
So that'll help with stronger stations.
But I just really thought that he played so much.
Every other briefing was pulled from the lineup. They did it so abruptly and so badly and so unprofessionally that they left a hole. And like any time...
Here's WHAS on 840, Louisville, Kentucky. Picking up a tone. I'm not sure if it's from the camera. Could be.
24/7 is running and everything is mistaken. Everything is titled wrong. Everything is... I'm
telling you, there's like 4 guys in this class. And 3 of those are the guys that you expect to be number 1. The other 2...
Here's 850.
Career number 2 responsibility.
Here I'm talking KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. Music on 860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Barrett, who pretty much just helped him win the Super Bowl. So that's a cool possibility. Him and Ben Roethlisberger on...
Nice and strong station, WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles, coming right up the Mississippi Delta.
I want to tell you about what someone had to say about Bill Belichick.
What would you put on them?
Nothing, obviously. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Commercials, love them. Always on the radio. WCBS, New York, New York, 750 miles. No, this does not have Bluetooth. I know somebody's going to ask.
Just trying to find the perfect hiding place.
Pretty regrettable, Chrissy. Unlike finding that low mortgage rate at Amerisave.com.
Constitution day after day after day, like it's no big deal. We now have state courts.
Okay, 890 WLS, Chicago. This whine's coming from the camera for sure. It's usually on all my radios. Can we cruise the dial a little quicker? Not sure what this is. WFAW for Atkinson. Nice.
So let's look at, okay.
Enjoy and know about. And in a way, that's how he's able to have a legacy, that if these fake words make it into the...
Here's 990 CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba. 675
they will
miles.
have a currency. They will have a history to them forever. And so, yes, his fictional insertions
Tune
are
it
really
back to get away
his
from
way of trying to
1000,
make his
another
mark
local
in the world,
station.
because the rest of his life is...
That's a part of the ESPN Daily Wager, Monday through Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time at ESPN2. But each and every Wednesday about this time, he gives you the nightly wager. Hit him on Twitter at Joe Fortenbaugh. He joined us here.
Here's 1000 WMVP, Chicago.
Keep doing your thing.
All these knobs are really smooth tuning, which is nice.
I know it's radio. I'm wearing that white jacket next Wednesday.
.com/hire. ZipRecruiter.com/hire.
Wake up with me, Larry Richard, and get your day started. Weekday mornings at 5.
Okay, hover on music. 1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
866-505-4626. And to Greg in Alexandria, Virginia, good evening.
Okay, so it's a local station that hasn't powered down, powering over WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts. Nice.
For the revenue in my
I think this is Little Rock, KAAY, 1090. It's about 575 miles away.
Even taking into consideration the 2020 season was reduced to 60 games because of the novel coronavirus pandemic.
Here's 1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
I didn't give my best in the weight.
Spring rains. Hurry for this free offer and schedule today at Helitech.
1120 KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
Proper, effective, healthy bowel movements are easy. Again, that you can become a citizen of Israel, regardless of religion, that Israel upholds human rights, that Israel treats its
1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
Not particularly close. And putting aside the history, again, what you were looking for.
Yeah, when you ask questions about Americans, but what flu epidemics, yeah, and bad fevers do, is they pick off the weak. So what you'll have is while the epidemic...
This is probably KBOB, Davenport, Iowa. 125 miles away, 1,000 watts.
Make it because of other causes.
I decided to stop, but beforehand I told everyone, sign up for my email list. I use Instagram.
WHAM, Wham, Rochester, New York, 545 miles, 1180.
But there's more positive aspects.
I think a lot of people pick this station up.
Algorithm to be more positive. Okay. So I do use Instagram, YouTube.
Okay, so yeah, interesting. 1280. I'm wondering if this is Montreal, Quebec, CFMB, which is 763 miles away, or if it's my daytime local. If not, I'll put it here if I get the information. Oh yeah, definitely not a local station. Okay, cool, nice.
Why is the State of the Union delayed? Where's it at?
WHIO, Dayton, Ohio, 280 miles.
In the newsletter.
So this is where I had the imaging, but I'm not going to notice it in the evening, being this is part of what they call the graveyard band, where there's a lot of different stations at lower power. $1430 KZQZ, St. Louis, Missouri. I think they're still around. Okay, Asian speaking, I don't think that's it, but if I can find out, I'll check. That's a cool find. Yeah, it's pointing right where St. Louis would be. Cool. So this is where I had 720 like booming through during the day. I don't hear it now though.
The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter.
1510 is WLAC. This is Nashville, Tennessee. See, that rhymes. 434 miles.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for...
Yeah. Crossover dribble against Eaton. Tries to drive by the big man. He gets all the way to the 10, and he slams it down with 2 hands. My goodness, LaMelo. Puts the cherry on top of that drive.
1530. These guys really get into it. Love it. WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio. 300 miles.
17 points. The Hornets win at 124 to 121.
Reading from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of 5-star reviews on sites like
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles. Sometimes it comes in crystal clear, and sometimes it comes in like this.
just like you.
Music on 1610, CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Almost sounds overdriven sometimes. Any radio I'm picking it up with. I don't know what they're doing with their station. I just get a little bit extra distortion from their signal. Hispanic music, coming from the direction usually where KCJJ is, Iowa City, Iowa. I wonder if they give up some programming to them? I am not sure. Never could figure this one out.
Showed him love in the season as well. This is what Cam had to say on WEEI in Boston earlier this year about Belichick. I think the thing that
1660, I have WQLR, Kalamazoo, Michigan. 137 miles, 1,000 watts. That music is coming from WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles away.
And I don't know what they expect coming in here. You hear stories, and I've just been blown away by his professionalism to, adapt.
1700, KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. There we are.
I mean, is Bill Belichick misunderstood?
Look understood in 2019. He was sick and tired.
There we go. We'll turn it off. Awesome. So there it is. Evening band scan with the Tecsun S-8800 on medium wave. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. In the evening, it's not too bad. Again, there was that noise floor issue. I could hear it. A lot of my radios don't have that, or this is just more noticeable on this one. I'm gathering that the antenna isn't very large. It's probably like a 3 to 4 inch antenna in there. It's just a guess. I haven't taken this radio apart to check. I don't really want to. You know how that is. Sometimes you take it apart, it doesn't go back together. But there it is. Like I said, my daytime video, I was all like, don't buy this radio. Well, if you're interested in this radio, buy it for the shortwave. You'll enjoy it, especially with external antenna. It's really cool. You definitely need to make your own attenuator too for that antenna. Because otherwise, if you get a strong signal locally and you don't have that local switch engaged, I had this radio reset, a CW signal came in, and it was so loud because it must have been like right next to me, and my radio had almost reset because it was too strong. So definitely, yeah, do that external antenna with an attenuator, and you'll be able to find everything on shortwave with this. It's amazing, absolutely. And you got medium wave as a backup listening, and FM sounds good on here too, by the way. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed this video of the Tecsun S-8800 in action again. Like I said, I like to bring it out once in a while. It's fun. Maybe we'll do some shortwave this summer. That'd be nice. 2, if you like Tecsun radios, yes, I'm sure you guys do. A lot of my viewers like them and have them. I got some more new ones coming in, well, for this year, 2021. And yeah, we'll have fun. We'll review the new ones. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell icon, get notified of those future review videos, and maybe I'll even have comparisons. And then, of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Tecsun 8800. Is this thing out of date? Does it need more effort? I think it could use an update, like an RF gain control right here would be really nice. I mean, I really think that's one feature they missed out on in this radio. Maybe a metal power button versus a cheap plastic button when everything else is metal. I mean, that's another thing. I don't know why they did that. And yeah, the remote's okay. The remote's a cool thing. Adding a DC input would be nice also. So just little things. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in another one of my great episodes.